Hi, it's Wendy. In this video, I'll be showing you how to use a double Lucet fork. It has 4 prongs on the top, whereas your regular Lucet fork has just 2. And this one makes a cord that looks like a braided tube, something like that. It works with any weight of yarn, but I would recommend starting with at least a worsted weight. This is a number 5 weight yarn. And to begin, you're going to start with a tail that hangs down about to the end of your double Lucet fork. There's no hole in the center of this one like there is with the regular one. We're just going to be pulling the braid out of the side. So to start, take your yarn, put it down the right hand side of the prong that's facing you, wrap it around the back and into the center again. Then go on to the next prong, around and back to the center, to the third one, around and back to the center, and then around the fourth one. So you should end up back where you started. Push your yarn loops down to the lower part of the dipped in part on the fork here, and we're going to start wrapping and putting the stitches over. So always turning to the left, put the yarn above the first loop, hold on to it, and with your tool or a yarn needle, whatever you've got, take the stitch and put it over the top. You'll see this first one pulls on the tail when I put it over the top, so we're going to pull on the tail to tighten it up again. Turn another quarter turn to the left. The next stitch, put it over top of the working yarn. Give the working yarn a bit of a tug to tighten it up. Quarter turn to the left. Put the loop over the working yarn. And continue in that manner. It's something like the corking you might have done as a child. Every time you get back around to your tail here, give it a good pull to tighten everything up. And once our braid gets long enough, it's going to start emerging from this side. Turn to the left. Put the loop over the top. Now I pulled it a little too tight, so I'm going to have to hang on to my loop there. The other thing is if it wants to slide off the top, instead of going around the outside like this, actually tuck it down straight back. Then put this loop over the top, come to the next one, put the stitch over. If you put it down and lose your place, just tip it up and look for where your yarn is coming out. It'll be just past the stitch you just finished, and then you can go on to the next one. If you're left-handed, just switch this tool over to your left hand and continue in the same manner, always turning to the left and putting your stitches one at a time over the top. Give the tail a good tug every once in a while. Turn to the left, put the next stitch over. Quarter turn to the left, next stitch over. It's a very soothing and rhythmic kind of activity. And you'll see the braid is starting to form here. It's a little bit messy right at the beginning, but after we're done we can tighten those threads up a bit and tidy it up. Just continue in that manner, turning a quarter turn to the left after each stitch. and keep going until your braid is as long as you would like it to be. Just carry on until your braid is as long as you wish for it to be. If you would like to stop while you're working and maybe tuck it in your purse or your backpack or something like that, you can just put a hair elastic around it and that will keep your threads from coming off. When your braid is long enough, we're going to fasten off. So cut the yarn several inches from the double Lucet fork. Then carry on as normal, go on to the next stitch, put it over the working yarn, but this time pull the working yarn all the way through. So that will be through the middle of that stitch. Do the same thing on the next stitch, each time giving it a bit of a tug to tighten it up. Third one, pull it all the way through and tighten it up. Then there's just one left. Pull it through that last stitch and pull it tight. And there is a beautiful double Lucet Fork braid. I hope you'll give this a try for yourself and drop me a comment and let me know what you think of it.